Hello, it's Amy with Well Mommy Scrapping, and I'm here with my October layout share. I just want to start with the very first one I made towards the beginning of the month. This is Hello Sweet Life with Ellie Studio, and I love how well these colors work together. It picks up the yellow quite well on her shirt, and I pulled all of my color choices really from the 6x6 paper. And I used the Title Builder, instead of the Title Builder stamps, I bought the kit that came with some of the wood veneer. And then I used the little letter block stamps from Ellie Studio also. This one I have a video for that you can check out on my channel. It's Mushroom Love. This is where I was challenged by Christina Sorge from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club to scrapbook outside of your comfort zone, and Sarah Scraps, also from that club, challenged me to scrapbook this mushroom photo that I had sent her. And I'm not used to scrapping things that are, I mean, let's be honest, she's in most of my pictures, most of my layouts. But I loved how this photo turned out. And I used a lot of the Pink Fresh Studios, picking up from the greens and blues with little touches of yellow from the warehouse box that I got. This one is a complete practical scrap lift from Christina Sorge. She did a video on one of her Facebook groups of using 8 photos. And I had these photos that my husband did with our dog Tucker, and he laid the phone on the floor and Tucker's basically taking selfies. And I just love them, but there was a lot to put in one layout. So shrinking them down into these 2x3 photos let you pick up kind of all the action. Again, I used the Pink Fresh Studios to do this. This has a big ampersand. I think it's this way on the paper. And I'm not an ampersand person. I mean, they're okay, but I don't tend to go out of my way to include those. So I turned it, covered it up, and I love how it turned out. And it's from the same collection as this is. In fact, this is the back side of one of those papers. I don't remember which. I think this one right here. And so I used a lot of scraps from the other layout to make this one. Again, Pink Fresh Studios. This is a case of the Blas. I can't remember the name of the layouts for the other ones, but my daughter was woken up early by my husband one day, and he dragged her out for a cryptozoology convention. And to talk about our local lake monster, Normie, our Lake Norman monster. So she was a little ticked at him, so she made this sign for their table. No offers were made though, but I just loved this. I love the humor in it. This was the first layout I made with Paige Evans' Whimsical collection. I bought almost the entire collection from her. She was selling the collection on Facebook. By the time I decided to bite the bullet and purchase it, the 12x12 paper pad was gone, but I got everything else. And I was a little nervous about it because these tassels, I'm not a tassel person really. I don't tend to like a lot of high embellishments, and the little knots in there make it a bit higher. But I really loved the rose gold or copper. And I had just gotten some thread in because I needed to channel my inner Missy Whidden and use some messy thread. And so I kind of did that a little bit on here, and with some mixed media. This had gelatos in the background. So I've had gelatos forever and I hardly use them. So almost everything comes from the Whimsical collection. The frame I cut in half doesn't, and the thread obviously doesn't. And then I've got some Nuvo drops that I've scattered about too. But paper-wise and most of the embellishments, everything comes from Paige Evans. This is my daughter's first day of 5th grade, and I just love how happy she is. We've been taking pictures in front of this statue every year, and I don't know what I'm going to do when she graduates and goes on to high school, and we don't have that statue anymore. Another layout. This was for the October Secret Not Secret Kit Club party. Christina always has a fabulous online party if you're part of her club. And I cannot remember what I used. Oh, this is Basic Gray. This is Simona Me paper. So I have a couple sheets in the Best of Basic Gray pad 2. That was Mona Me. And then I do have the 6x6 pad. So all of these other layers are pulled from the 6x6 pad. But she had given us an image of 9 different things from Harry Potter. And our challenge was to take some type of inspiration. Oddly enough, I took the inspiration. There's a brick wall. I wanted to say it was with the sign platform 9 3/4. But as I'm scrolling through my photos going, what can I do? I found this picture of us last year when, oh no, 2 years ago, it's 2016, of when we saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in the theater. So I thought that would be perfect. And I included some gold thickers to go, it's a very subtle gold, I kind of like it, to go with the the Rediscover Your Stash challenge. So I used this, the October challenge was glitter. And I also used some of my gold, or I don't remember what color, was it Vintage Photo maybe? But the Distress Stickles, which I have some of those, I don't have all of them. I don't believe they sell them anymore. But I really like how it turned out, kind of give it a little rougher image. And then there's this one. If you've watched any of my videos, I don't know if I've said it or not on video, but I don't like tags. I really don't like tags. And again, at the October party, Christina came up with a tag challenge to create a page with 3 or more tags in less than 30 minutes. And it was called Ode to Tags, and I think she did it solely because she wanted to torture me. So I messaged her and said, can I cut the tags ahead of time? And she said, sure. And she actually let me scrapbook this live on the private Secret Not Secret Kit Club group. And I used 60 tags on this. I was cutting up a storm, but it's for our Christmas from last year. I took a photo of the gifts piled up on the counter when I was in the middle of wrapping them. It's for, actually, I printed this one for my Journal Your Christmas album, which I am still not done for 2017. So I'm kind of need to get going on that. But I really like how this turned out. A lot of these papers, the background's Bo Bunny. They're, I can't remember what they call their one that's the dot with the paint swirly things on the other side. Double dot, I think it is. There we go. But I used the plaids, and these knits are all Lawn Fawn from their 6x6 pads. I had Doodlebug with some glitter paper, so those glitters are all from Doodlebug. And then this was from a Recollections pad that I picked out. I wanted something with a little bit of color, or not color, everything else is color. I wanted something with some metallic in it, and I thought this would work really well. So I chose the silver with the stars versus the gold, and just kind of accented along. But I was very pleased. I got this done kind of within the time limit. I went over by about 30 seconds, but I was talking at the time, so I'm okay with that. And I included some more of my Tim Holtz phrase book, the holiday one. I've got so many. I got a couple of those books and I've hardly used them, and I really do like just the little way you can add them to clusters. So this was a fun layout to make, even if it was torturous. Christina, I'm talking to you. Okay, and then this was also for a challenge, and I can't remember which challenge it was off the top of my head, and my book with my list of challenges is in the other room. But, oh, was this Grab 5? Because we had a challenge where we had to do stars, die cuts. Oh, here we go. I've got it right in here. So, stars, 6x6, which, that's what these are here. Wood veneer, washi, and die cuts. So, yes, this was for one of the Grab 5 challenges. And I have not used a lot of this shaped washi. I have it both for this and for the tickets from Chamel's Starshine collection. And I really haven't used it, so I want to start using it some more. I kind of sprinkled some of the red Nuvo drops around because I wanted to bring in some red with the coffee cup. This is from True Stories. And I believe this die cut is also from True Stories. But I had run out of enough ease, and I thought for this, inverting the 3s worked quite well. So I went over to a friend's house, and the wife knows how to make these gorgeous coffees, and so she made us some fancy coffee. I was like, oh, I've got to take a picture of it. Of course I do. It's coffee, right? This was another challenge, I want to say by Christina? No, not Christina. Christy? I can't remember. My mind is going blank. But it was to document a morning routine, not a tradition, and she specifically said that, but a routine that you do. And every morning, I wake up a little bit early, whether it's a school day or a weekend. Most weekends, I didn't today, actually. And I go downstairs, I let our dog out, and then I make myself some tea. And I love to make tea. I drink tea every single day. I might drink coffee too, but I always have at least 1 cup of tea. And this happens to be my current favorite mug that I have is from Disney when we went for my birthday. But this was a lot of fun. So I did some mixed media with some embellishment mousse, just rubbed over it with my finger. I got to include some of the gold glitter hearts that I'd seen. These are phrase stickers from a Simple Story set. I don't know which one, but as I'm, oh, and the doilies. I love the doilies on here. This is from Knee Highs and Bow Ties, the Knee High section set of paper from Basic Gray. And so are these round stickers, which I cut in half and kind of inserted to make layers. But what I really loved about this is that I looked over at my little carousel thing that I have some random stuff just stuck in, and I saw these feathers from Bella Boulevard. And I got these in a warehouse box like years ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's the perfect match. So I figured out how to insert them. And I just love, love, love how this turned out. I got a lot of people messaging me saying it was such a pretty layout. And I added some more of those red drops. And these red drops did not look so red. This is the Strawberry Coulis ones. They were more like that color, but you know, whatever, it works. It's just a little sprinkle of color. I can say, oh look, I'm matching my little on button there for the stove. The day I'm filming this, Tucker has had his second Halloween already, but this is his first Halloween last year, and he was an adorable little dragon and was so well behaved. I used an old collection by Echo Park, one of their first Halloween collections, I believe. And this was another one that I went ahead and used Grab 5 from, if I'm not mistaken. So, what's this? Because I have stars, I have wood veneer, I have washi, I have die cuts, and these offcuts here are 6x6, I believe. This one, I think, is. Maybe this wasn't for that one, but I thought it was because I remember including, I've got stars in a couple places. I can't remember now, but loved it, and I got to use some more of my oldest roll of washi tape. So I was excited about that. I want to use that roll up. And my second layout with Whimsical by Paige Evans, I did some texture with the pink stars, or actually, it's actually this. It's Shimmer Paints Pasties putting on the glitz. And it picks up the color of what's behind it. So I didn't realize it would do that, and I quite like how that turned out. But I wanted to use a lot of some of the embellishments I was a little unsure about. This one I'm unsure about. I can't remember what challenge I did this for. I want to say it was Harry Potter also, maybe, because it's Hedwig. This is, we have a friend who has a friend that was traveling through. He's a bird trainer, and he trained one of the owls that was Hedwig in some of the movies, and so I got to meet the actual owl that was Hedwig. But this one, I set the goal of using the other 3 tassels in the package and these butterflies, which were the 2 embellishments that I thought I would struggle the most with. The other embellishment I thought I'd struggle a lot with was the rub-ons. I'm not too much of a rub-on person. When that craze came about in scrapbooking, I don't know why, I just never quite got into it. I have some, but it's not, I guess because I never really could do it well. But oh my goodness, these rub-ons by Paige Evans for Whimsical, they are amazing. Like, oh my goodness, I love them. So, I have that one. And then my final layout for my October kit share, this was a sketch challenge. Again, I used Basic Gray. I used Eerie, which is a collection that I have not yet used. I've had forever, it feels like. But it's one I struggle with because the colors and stuff are not really colors I gravitate towards with this grunge look. I mean, the picture of Tucker has the purple and the orange. It has black, but this is a lot cleaner than this is. So I've struggled a little bit. And when I saw the challenge with the sketch had these off-kilter pages, I knew that'd be a great way to use some of these ones where I don't necessarily want a lot showing. So I was able to use 3 full-size sheets of paper. I used some of my orange and my pumpkin, I think, and then the English Heather embellishment mousse, which worked so well for the background, to add these big circles. And I edged, this actually is the back of one of these pages from Echo Park, this die cut strip. So this was my daughter last year as the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, which I know it seems hard to read this in the photos I've taken, so I'm assuming it's hard to read it in the video, but it's easier to read in person. And I used a lot of the embellishments from the sticker sheet. I've raised some of them up on Pop Dots. And I matted these photos just in plain black. I don't normally matte a lot of photos with just a plain color. Oh, this one, 6x6. This orange one right here is the 6x6 bed. I just remembered that. But if I mat something, I like to do a series of mats. I like to stack them up, at least 2 or 3. And I decided not to do that for this one because I've got the stacks of papers here. So that is my October layout share. I don't even know how many I got done. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got a dozen done. That's not bad. I'm pleased with that. Leave a comment below. Tell me which layout you liked the best. Flipping back through them, I have to admit, as much as I love my child, this one of Tucker or this one, the 2 Pink Fresh layouts, I think I liked the best. Of the rest of them, it's certainly not the tag one. Where is it? Just lost it. I really, there it is. I really liked this one by with Paige Evans. I loved this background paper. It makes me just so happy. So those are my favorite layouts from this month and all of them that I did. So leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite layout was. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see y'all later. Bye.